Victoria Police. Now they sat there, they watched me talk about cannabis as medicine and the law and the fact that I sell it to people that are sick. They watched me give out 101 cookies. I was on the front page of the Times Columnist, I was in the news, and they told the media that when cannabis is cooked, the THC is somehow neutralized and they can't analyze it, which just is not true at all. Oh, can you guys make sure that's still clear there, folks? Thanks. So anyway, the next year I'm thinking, okay, they let me give away cookies last year. I'm going to give away a lot more because everybody's going to show up, right? So I worked for 3 days. I made 420 cookies. I know I did. I double counted to make sure I had that many. Ironically, when the police arrested me and charged me, I ended up going to court for 383 cookies. You know, 37 of them went missing in the police station. And I know why, because when the officer, Darren Lar, you may know Lars by his nickname, was asking me, you know, what was in the cookies and what the cookies would do, I was just doing a sales job, right? It's like, well, you know, they don't really, you know, get you too high. They just kind of mellow you out and take the edge off. It's sort of like a light alcohol buzz, but you don't get stupid. You know, and so anyway, I was actually eventually charged with trafficking or possession for the purpose of trafficking THC. I was convicted by a jury. I had a 5-day jury trial for my cookie giveaway. And because I told the media it was a hot cookie giveaway and stuff, I couldn't exactly argue that it was such low dosage that it was below 0.3%. So it was no different than hemp food. That was kind of the arguments that I was using. It was a health food product, right? You know. But anyway, the jury convicted me, and I ended up spending 1 day in jail. It was really about 2 hours in the afternoon in the courthouse downtown, but I am a cookie convict, and so it's something I'm proud of, but nevertheless, I'm careful about it, so you won't see me giving out cookies anymore. But stick around a minute and you may find someone else. Anyway, Hempology is doing a lot. This month alone, Hempology 101 is organizing 29 different events, rallies, and just meetings trying to legalize cannabis any way we possibly can. You see a bunch of signs for S10. My friend James is going around with some of the handouts that we've made. We're not only at the Cenotaph by the Inner Harbor every Friday at noon, but we move around every Saturday from noon to 1. And now I'm proud to say in Courtney every Friday from 11 to 1. We're out with our Stop S10 signs and handouts, protesting the mandatory minimums that the Conservative government wants to bring into effect. Most people haven't heard of S10. The media doesn't mention it very often. They'll mention the drug crime strategy. They'll mention the $9 billion they put aside to build prisons for me and my friends. Because that's what they want to do. They just want to throw everybody that grows and sells pot in jail. They want to do that with everybody else too, that uses any so-called illegal drug. But we're their primary target with these mandatory minimums. And so Bill S10 is before the Senate. It will likely pass the Senate before Christmas, and sometime early next year, these mandatory minimums will come into law if either the Liberals don't call an election or something else doesn't happen. So we're really concerned about this. The handouts have got a 1-800 number that you can call Ottawa, call the senators, the members of parliament, the different ministers. You can email, you can write to the newspapers, you can come out to our rallies, please. Spread the word around. We've got a lot of little flyers. You can always get more at our store. Just pass them around. Please get the word out. We also have our newspaper. There's only a couple of them left. We're really proud of the Cannabis Digest. So if you want to find out about the different events and things that we're doing, please grab the paper. The next big event we're doing next Wednesday night, November 24th, we're in Duncan at the Garage Showroom. We're playing a film, Waiting to Inhale. and talking with people in the Duncan area about what's happening there. We're actually, the Buyers Club has bought a car. We're delivering medicine up and down the island every week now. And when we bought the car last year, we didn't know of any other clubs up and down the island. Now I'm happy to say we've helped kind of resurrect the Compassion Club up in Courtenay, and there's even a store in Nanaimo now. So there's 4 different locations. People can get medicine on the island. We're really hoping to either inspire more or help others get theirs going. In fact, the store in Nanaimo, they're going to mimic every one of our club's products. They're going to make them all organically, which is really cool. It'll be pretty expensive, but we're really honored that other clubs and businesses are going to use our recipes and products. And like I say, more is happening all the time. 29 rallies and stuff this month alone. So yeah, the next one again will be live with their silent out auction all afternoon. UVic on Wednesday. So there's always more to talk about, but I'm going to start wrapping things up here a little bit. But before we really move on, there's a really important point in our meetings where we put aside 42 seconds of silence for the victims of the drug war. That's a broad statement. It includes people like Mark Emery rotting in jail right now. I think he's moving to Georgia of all places. He's got a 5-year sentence. There's thousands of people being killed in Mexico every month. Last year there's an average of over 2,000 people, innocent people, being killed in the Mexican drug war. You know, there's cartels showing up at like birthday parties of the children of police officers and just shooting the women and children. It's a horrible, horrible state of affairs, and it's being driven by the war on drugs. There are also billions of people really around this planet that can and should be using this medicine. In Canada alone, there's 1 million people that have got chronic pain of one type or another, 3 or 4 other million that have got sleep issues, anxiety issues and such, let alone the rest of us chronics that just want to smoke it, right? But there's like 4 million people with medical issues in Canada that need this medicine. Those people aren't eating tonight or sleeping tonight or feeling good about themselves because they can't grow a plant in their backyard.
The gentle giant got killed, directly as a result of the war on drugs. Are you the Hempology?
Oh yeah, okay, thank you. And one final note, there are many people that can't be here for other reasons, people that have left us that we should also think about. In the last week, a member of our club, Mark, was murdered here in town. There's a service, I think on Monday or Friday, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, actually in the last year, I've lost many, many friends, members of the Buyers Club and such. And so for all those people that can't be here for one reason or another, please join us for 42 seconds of silence, starting in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. So, yeah, like I say, today there's a lot going on, and I really appreciate everybody coming here, to be sure, but the day is not over here. At 4:20 is the end of our silent art auction. The Cannabis Buyers Club around the corner there has got a whole bunch of wonderful art donated by members of our club and other people that support us. And so I think this is like the 9th year that we've had a silent art auction. And so if you want to come down and check it out, please, by all means. There's lots of stuff that's going to go for $10 or $20. and so it's not you know, kind of over-the-top expensive art by any means, but it is some really nice stuff. There's some amazing pieces, actually. I should say there's some world-class art in there. And thank you to all of our artists that have contributed. I don't mean to, and Al being one of them, with some amazing art on the wall. Yeah. The next event that we're doing in town that I really want to get you guys to come to as well is Cannabis Caroling. December 22nd at 7 o'clock.
You want to do it on camera?
Yeah, 7 o'clock at night. We used to meet every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock.
Like saying, do you want one?
I had to kind of cancel that because of all the drunks and party animals. But Wednesday, December 22nd at 7, we're going to meet here on the front steps, sing a few songs, smoke a few dudes, and then we're going to head down to City Hall, where we actually hotbox the front steps of City Hall and sing our cannabis songs. It's really my highlight of the year. I just love singing our cannabis carols. And yeah, anyway, we go from one spot to another, December 22nd. At the end of that night, we also have, for the first time ever, a solstice party lined up at the Sunset Room. So again, December 22nd, if you're into electronic music and all, we're having a solstice party at the Sunset. We're actually also having a fundraiser on the new moon, December the 6th. And we're going to be having, again, more and more fundraisers and events happening because we have to raise money for our art auction. I mean, for our court case. We got about $100,000 we got to put together for that. So it'll take about 4 or 5 years for all the fundraising, which means a heck of a lot of parties. So the other event too over the holidays, December 29th, is our sort of New Year's party. We like to hotbox the front steps of the courthouse, so we put up curtains and such on the steps of the courthouse on December the 29th, and just kind of hotbox that for the evening. If you want to find out about our main calendar of events, the Cannabis Digest has you know, the lectures listed and different things that we're doing there for sure. But not everything's in the newspaper. Hempology.ca and our forums has got a lot of information about the street meets and other events and things that we're doing. I'm gonna say, I think we have 8 events between today and Saturday alone. You know, different things that we're doing here and up and down the island. In fact, on Saturday we're in Duncan from noon to 12, or sorry, from 12 to 1 with our street meet. And then the following Wednesday is when we're up there and watching the film Waiting to Inhale. Like I say, I could go on, but there's lots to do out there in this world. So I'm going to head back to work here, folks, but I am going to thank everybody who came out here today and helped out and all the various plans. It is so much fun working in Victoria. The support that I've received in the last 15 years has been phenomenal. It's just great coming out and seeing all my friends and just doing it up Hempology style. So thanks again everybody for coming out. Have a great day and smoke them if you got them.
Yeah!